Hello students, this is lesson 6 for the chapter Cell, the unit of life. Till now, I have discussed about the outer membrane or the outer envelope of a cell along with its structure and the function. And in the last class, I discussed about the cytoplasm of a cell. In today's class, my topic for discussion is the endoplasmic reticulum, which is a cell organelle that runs through the cytoplasm. This particular organelle, it was reported by Porter and Thomson in the year 1945. When they were studying the cytoplasm of a cell, they found that there is an interconnected system of membrane-lined channels that runs through the cytoplasm. And this interconnected system that is lined by a similar membrane as that of the plasma membrane, and which forms channels or passages, they named it as endoplasmic reticulum. Endo, that is because of the that they are present in the cytoplasm, as that is a part of the matrix. So there comes the word plasmic. So hence the term endoplasmic. And reticulum, as it is an interconnected system and it looks like that of a network, therefore they named it as endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum, it is present in almost all the eukaryotic cells. And the prokaryotic cells, they usually lacks this particular cell organelle, which is called as the endoplasmic reticulum. Now, in the eukaryotic cells, as you know now that it is a part of the cytoplasm. Now, in the cytoplasm, where will we find this particular cell organelle? The endoplasmic reticulum, it is usually connected with the cell membrane, or it is a part of the second envelope of a cell, as well as it is also found to be connected with the nucleus of a cell. That is, it is attached with the nuclear envelope of a cell, as you can see in the diagram. So this is the location for the endoplasmic reticulum within a cell. Now let's come to the structure of this endoplasmic reticulum. As I have said, what is a cell organelle in the last class? As we know now that the cell organelles, they are some specific part within the cell and they do some specific function. So here this endoplasmic reticulum, it has also some structures, or they form some kind of structures within the cell. And this endoplasmic reticulum, here it consists of a membrane-lined channels or spaces or passages, and these spaces, they are filled with the fluid called as the endoplasmic matrix. The inner part of the cell, we will find matrix in almost all the parts. Now the matrix which is present in the endoplasmic reticulum or within the spaces that forms in the endoplasmic reticulum, so it is filled up with the matrix that is called as endoplasmic matrix. And these membranes, if we measure the thickness, then the membranes of the endoplasmic reticulum, they will measure around 50 to 60 angstrom in its thickness. Now this endoplasmic reticulum, they can exist in three forms, and these three forms are cisternae, vesicles and tubules. The cisternae, vesicles and tubules, they together constitute the whole endoplasmic reticulum, or it is a part of the endoplasmic reticulum. Now let's consider the structure. Here, as you can see, that there are flat parallel lines or parallel structures. So this flat interconnected sac-like, as it is hollow inside, therefore it is called sac-like parts of the endoplasmic reticulum, which are 40 to 50 nanometer in its diameter. These are only called as the cisternae. The cisternae, they are always arranged parallelly with each other. They are like small sacs or bag-like structures, and the cisternae, they are found always in bundles and they are interconnected with each other. So these particular structures that you can see near the nucleus here in the diagram, that as they are forming like folded lines. So this part, this is called as the cisternae, whose diameter can go around 40 to 50 nanometer within the cell, and they lie parallel to each other. Then the next part of the endoplasmic reticulum, they can be the vesicles. These vesicles, they are also known as the microsomes. These vesicles, whenever the term vesicles is there, so it is always that they are oval or rounded sacs of 25 to 50 nanometer in its diameter. So they will be oval or rounded in structure, and these vesicles appear as small vacuoles. That means the inner part that is filled up with either air or some storage organs can be there, some storage material can be there, and they remain isolated in the cytoplasm. That means it is suspended in the cytoplasm. Then comes tubules. Then comes the tubules, and from the word tubules you can see there that the structures, they are tube-like. So they are tube-like extensions which may be connected with the cisternae or with the vesicles to form a reticular structure. As I have said, that why endoplasmic reticulum it is called as reticular, because they appears to be in a network pattern. So here the tubules, they may be connected with the cisternae or they may be connected with the vesicles, and by that distribution they forms a network in the cytoplasm. So these tubules, they can be irregular or it can be regular. So there is no definite shape of their pattern. So they can be either arranged in regular form or it can be in irregular form, and they can be branched or unbranched with a diameter of 50 to 100 nanometer. So this is all about the structure of the endoplasmic reticulum. Next comes the types of endoplasmic reticulum. Near the nucleus, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. One is called as smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum, and the another type, it is called as rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum. We can differentiate between this smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum and the rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum by the presence and absence of another organelle which is known as ribosomes. Smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum does not bear ribosomes over the surface of its membrane. But in case of rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum, they possesses ribosomes attached to its membrane towards the outer side. In the diagram, you can have a look there that near the nucleus, the sum of the part of the endoplasmic reticulum, so there are some granule-like structures are present there, where it is written ribosomes. So that is the rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum. And where the ribosomes are absent, that particular part, that is the smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum. The smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum, they are mainly made up of vesicles and tubules only. And the rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum, they are mainly formed of the cisternae and a few tubules. So there you will find more cisternae and a few tubules. And depending upon the structure, they have some different functions also. So their functions are: the smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum, its function is in the synthesis of mainly the lipids along with glycogen and steroids, which are synthesized within a cell, either that is a plant cell or an animal cell. And the rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum, they usually takes part in the synthesis of proteins and different types of enzymes. Along with that, they also have the function of secretion. As I have said, that they mix different types of enzymes. Hence, they needs to be secreted. So the function for secretion is also done by the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The additional function of the smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum is that it gives rise to a cell organelle which is called as spherosomes. And the rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum, it helps in the formation of lysosomes through the agency of Golgi apparatus. So we can say that Golgi apparatus is also the part of rough endoplasmic reticulum, or the rough endoplasmic reticulum, it helps in the formation of Golgi apparatus also. Now let's discuss the functions of endoplasmic reticulum as a whole. Generally, the functions of the endoplasmic reticulum, it provides a large surface inside the cell for various physiological activities. As they forms a network-like pattern, so therefore they helps the cell to form a surface area inside the cytoplasm where various physiological activities can take place. Moreover, it also functions as cytoskeleton by providing mechanical strength or mechanical support to the cytoplasmic matrix. So we can say that it also acts as the organelle for mechanical support from within the cell. Also, the endoplasmic reticulum as a whole, it keeps the various cell organelles in their position. So because of their network that they forms, so they keeps the other cell organelles in its position. The endoplasmic reticulum, they also conducts information from outside of the cell to inside, and also from inside of the cell to outside, or from the one cell organelle to the other cell organelle. So that is also done by the endoplasmic reticulum. And as I have already discussed, that they do the function of synthesis. Say for example, the smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum, they helps in the synthesis of lipids, steroids, glycogen. Then rough-walled endoplasmic reticulum, they helps in the synthesis of proteins and enzymes. So these are also some additional functions of the endoplasmic reticulum. I hope you have understood about the structure and the function of endoplasmic reticulum as a whole. So this is a part of the cytoplasm where it is bounded by membranes, and these membranes, by their arrangement, they takes different names. The parallelly arranged part of the endoplasmic reticulum, they are called as the cisternae. the tubular part that is called as the tubules, and the round or oval shaped part that is called as the vesicles. And the arrangement of these together constitutes the endoplasmic reticulum, which is again divided into two types. The one where ribosomes are present, it is called as the smooth-walled endoplasmic reticulum, and those where the ribosomes are attached mainly near the nucleus, that particular part that is called as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And depending upon the structure, so this cell organelle, which is called as the endoplasmic reticulum, they have some specialized function, and those specialized functions are mainly the synthesis part that they does, and along with the synthesis they have also some other functions such as increasing the surface area, giving mechanical support, giving the positions for other cell organelles, conducting informations from one part of the cell to another, etc. So this is all about the endoplasmic reticulum. Thank you.